my feet was maybe 6-8 feet off the ground. It wasn't super high. And I let go and boom. And while I'm in the air, I hear my leg snap.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hip here with another great episode of the Tattoo Guardians podcast, and this is a super special one because we got the one and only Pink Master, Robbie Ripoll, live in the flesh. It's very interesting. It's kind of heartfelt, and for those with a weak stomach, you may not want to listen to this because it does get kind of vivid because we get to listen to Robbie's story of triumph and losing his leg and where he's at now and where he's going to continue to go. So without any more from me, I give you the Tattoo Guardians podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Another episode of the Tattoo Guardians podcast show. You know what it is. Hip, the brother who helps inspire us all, right? Motherfucking legendary, upper echelon of the world. You know who it is, Mr. Joshua Carlton. We're so lucky that he's in our life. I thank God our lives have passed. I'm Mr. Matt Clemmer. And today, in the flesh, we got a special guest, none other than this good-looking dreadlock pink motherfucker, Mr. Robbie Ripoll, is in the house today in the flesh. Hey.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Pink
so
Master.
much, man. I appreciate it. Pink Master.
Pink
yes.
Master. When you got to glow, you got to know you got to glow.
Oh, shit.
girl.
That's one of my favorites, man.
It's mine too, so enough.
You better eat your
yeah,
eggs before
that's
I break
awesome.
your legs.
Hey, that's right, man. Oh, there's so many great one-liners in that movie. Like, just show me the designated time in the designated place, and I will gladly designate that ass.
And you nailed it too. You nailed that fucking good accent. We're changing the whole podcast. We're pivoting right now.
That's
it.
it.
Complete different.
Robbie Ripoll. He is Tattoo Business Mastery alumni.
I am.
Didn't you guys go to the program the same time?
We did.
Isn't that fucking
Yep.
powerful?
Yeah, dude. That was insane. Like, honestly, knowing that Carlton was going to be there was one of the bonuses that I got that I didn't know was going to be there. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, number one, I get to be in closer proximity to somebody I've looked up to for so long.
Yeah.
But also, if this dude that I've looked up to for so long needs this, then shit, maybe I definitely need this. You know,
Man,
like
me
if he
too.
could benefit from it.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Me
Right.
too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need each other.
Right.
Like iron sharpening iron. And that's, you know, as you guys know, Tattoo Business Master, yes, there's a curriculum and yes, there's training, but really after that, we open the floor up and facilitate more like a mastermind for miracles, magic, healing, breakthroughs, transformation to
Right.
happen in all of our lives through any and all of us,
Yeah.
right? Like students were impacted, obviously, through and from Mr. Carlton, but through and from you too. That's what's so fucking
And I was
powerful.
impacted through and from others.
Yes.
You know, like
yeah.
that was, dude, watching Tyler, just watching him go from this like insecure, scared little dude to saying, fuck it, I'm going to take my shot.
Mm.
And now he's really doing well, you know,
Mhm.
like excessively well, you know, from his compositions have changed. His tattoo ability has changed.
His whole life changed.
I'm sure his bank accounts changed.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, his whole life changed. So just being able to watch that
Mm.
and seeing his transformation through it, it gave me hope
Come
too.
on.
Shit, man, I can have a transformation.
Come on.
You know, like
That's it.
man, I swear to God, I feel like a dude that's in a cult sometimes because I
Mhm.
talk about TBM so much.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm like, yo, but you don't understand.
Yeah.
This shit is fire.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, no, but it really is.
Mhm.
You know, especially like being here with y'all, being at the studio with y'all, seeing the way the studio operates, seeing how everybody carries themselves in the studio,
Yeah.
just working there, experiencing the true TBM effect in real life.
Come on.
Like, and you know, it's part of the reasons why I wanted to come here to visit and see,
yes.
okay, let me see the other foot.
Yeah.
put the-
And you
put
got
your-
to see that
Exactly.
a few times.
I did get to see that a few times. And it's funny because, you know, you counseled me personally through the process of booking appointments because I was getting discouraged. And then I got to return the favor
Come on.
when I got here, like the day I got here,
Yeah.
you're like, man, this is going on. And I'm like, nah, you're good. You're good. And
That's what, because you got TBM in your veins. He's got it in his DNA. I got it in
Right.
mine. And this is where
They
we need
connect.
each other, because we remind one another of who the fuck we truly are, because we forget, right? And when life brings its storm to your house, then you got other brothers to be like, Kip, no, you remember your foundation. Your house is not going to be blown over. Your feelings aren't reality. Remember who the fuck you are, right?
Yeah,
And we
totally.
do that for each other,
Yeah.
which is what led to this trip, like you said, because then he reached out and he wanted to come and see us all in the flesh, which has been a huge blessing. It's what he's done. And so we orchestrated today to have him a guest on the show so that he can show up and play full on out, serve us from his heart and his table. But that's just another example of, when we choose to continue to grow in our life, we will and say yes to ourselves. It's a form of self-love, but it takes courage to join things like TBM. It costs a fucking lot of money. It's an investment and it costs time. Come on. But when you walk through that door, all these other doors are made available for
Absolutely.
you, relationships, and boom, here you are.
Well, yeah. And like the things that we've talked about, the learning that I've experienced just from being in close proximity with both of you guys.
Yeah.
It's just, so much has happened just in this crazy little trip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that wouldn't have been made possible without TBM.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been made possible without me taking that step forward. Like, I had no idea that Joshua Carlton had a love and reverence for me. And TBM really helped us bridge the gap in creating a relationship that actually we are going to continue helping light the path for others and help illuminate the spotlight and put the spotlight on the inner rad inside of themselves.
That's right.
So, like we get to take both of our platforms and help, well, not all three of the platforms.
I like these puns you're
know?
dropping.
You like that shit, son.
Well, I noticed Robbie's light early on. So I reached out to him, and was like, hey, why aren't we collaborating? So now we've got some stuff kind of secretly in the works. It'll be coming out someday.
Yep.
And it's we talked about abundance. The more we have, the more we can give.
Yes.
But Robbie and I will be showing some stuff soon about just that, what we can give back. So I'm excited.
Love it.
Absolutely. And like one of the coolest things about this trip and the trip we took to Nashville, just illuminating what's really already there. And reframing. The way that Josh says, we're working on something secret and it's a way to give back. I'm like, holy shit, it is.
Yes.
I was stuck in the moment of, oh, wow, it's cool to be able to do something with a dude I look up to and collaborate with another artist. But I didn't even look at it as, holy shit, we actually get to give back to our community by shedding light on the things that we are missing so much of in the tattoo world, which is the reason why I started the Rad movement. Because I love the motivators that were out there. I love Brendan Burchard is the guy that kept me from killing myself. But his verbiage is so different from the tattoo world. And so many of the other dudes that grew me up on YouTube that helped me come out of my grossness. And those dudes don't speak to us, but I needed it so bad that I would fucking listen from a frog if I had to. You know what I'm saying? That shit was bro, that whole thing, where if you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, when your head's underwater, then you'll succeed and you'll have success. I needed to come out of my darkness so much that I would listen to anything from anyone. And so then I developed myself with these people, in the screen of my phone. And before you know it, I'm like, holy shit, I'm not ready, but I need to give this to the tattoo world. And then now, as one of my business coaches has put it, the more you get into this stuff, the more it's going to open up to you. This is the coach that's helping me write my life coaching program. That this is the first time I think I've said that out in public.
Yeah. Like, it's on the out in the ethers now. Y'all heard it.
And it's so wild that like when you just start to do it, things happen. I did TBM and these things are happening and all these other things are happening. And like, it's just wild how, you got this thing in the studio, think less, do more. Mm-hmm. You don't need to just sit here and think about it. Like, do that shit. Like really do that shit.
Yeah, man. That's so fucking good.
Yeah, the doing is what brought us here. I love it. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, awesome. So glad to have you here, man. Jeez. And speaking of that, Sharon, who knows what's really going to open up to us here today, but we would love for you to serve us from your table and share your heart and your story of what you've been brought through in recent years. But out of the three of us, I think Josh is the best interviewer. If I don't know, Josh, if you want to even start out with a question for him, even a reference point for where we want him to begin. Yeah.
For those that don't know, Robbie's definitely been through some stuff. If you've been listening to us for a while, you've probably heard me bring it up. Many years ago, I kind of caught wind of something that had happened to Robbie, something pretty tragic that nobody would want to happen to them. And we've talked before, and I kind of walked on eggshells about it. I don't know. He's probably told this story a number of times. It could be really sensitive. So I was really delicate bringing it up, but I've asked him if he'd be comfortable talking about, what exactly happened and how Robbie lost his leg today. And if you're comfortable with that, I think we would all sit down quietly and appreciate hearing your story. And especially, I'm very interested in hearing if it's changed you at all for the good, hopefully the better, or even for the worse in some of the dark times.
Well, first off, I'm going to say it's not just a yes on sharing my story. It's an absolute fuck yes.
Okay.
I realized at Cam's seminar that, the world needs this shit. What I've gone through in the medicine that I gave myself during the process is what the world needs. So I am so excited to share my story because as many times as I've said it, I think I get worried more that people are tired of hearing it than I get tired of saying it. Because as I walk through the hallway of the past, I continue to walk through those same corridors and I see the same story, but I see it in different ways. The longer that it's set in, the longer, I've developed myself as a human after the fact. So I'm just going to dive in and start with, you guys already heard a bit of my story with the RAD movement, why I started that. I was super suicidal and sad when Ink Master ended. Well, when I went home from Ink Master, I had no idea how that was going to change my life. So I became a motivationalist, right? Started the RAD movement. That was something really hard to do.
Yeah.
And I had no idea why the fuck I needed to do it, but I needed to, and I kept doing it. Even when I hated to, I kept doing it. And so just pay attention to that. I hated to, and I needed to, but I kept doing it because that shows up. So fast forward, I make it through all that shit, successes, failures, another divorce. So, this is the cool part, actually. This is the coolest part, actually. I was homeless. Like I was living out of my car. The house I was living in got sold out from under me. It wasn't malice. It was just, everybody was like, oh, it's not going to sell fast, and it sold fast. So I had to figure out where the fuck I was going to live. My son was 17. He was finishing high school. We had a very grown-up discussion that I'm so proud of him for being able to participate in. And he was like, yeah, you can go on the road, dude. I'll move in with these people. And I knew them. They're great people. And he was in charge of getting himself to school. And he handled his shit. So I moved into my car on the road. Me and Donna, actually. And me and Donna had just started dating. And it was fucking weird that this crazy girl was going to fucking ride out with me. And my son was cool with me leaving. So we get on the road. We never we never had to sleep in the car, and we weren't poor.
Yeah.
You know, like we were working.
Yeah.
You know, it was convention to convention, guest spot to guest spot, staying with friends, staying in hotels, but we're in this weird portion where we weren't meant to live in a specific place.
Yeah. Nomadic.
Yeah. And so like we then were 100 days on the road.
Give me a timeline here. What year roughly are we talking?
This is 2019.
Okay, cool. So this wasn't that long ago.
No,
my man was fucking basically homeless.
Yeah.
This is after Ink Master.
This is way out. This is about 7 years after Ink Master. 6, 7 years. No, something like that.
Okay.
No, yeah. So Ink Master was 2014. So 5 years after Ink Master.
And so this is also after hellacious storms in your life of going through, losing it all, attaching meaning to whatever the fuck it means that you're no longer on Ink Master.
Oh, I was the worst.
And then facing the darkness of like not even wanting to be here anymore, like suicidal as fuck. So fast forward, you decided to live again, and now you're fucking living in a van down by the river, right?
So, and the weird thing is, I don't know if I had decided to live again then.
Okay. You just didn't take your life yet.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, and remember, this is when I met Donna was like 8 months or 10 months after my second divorce.
Okay.
And I had no money, no car.
Okay.
I lived in Indiana in that house that got sold.
Okay.
So then I built up enough balls to try and go buy a car, and I built up some money, and I bought a car at CarMax. Woo woo! If you got fucking bad credit, CarMax gets you in a car, player.
Today's episode sponsored by CarMax.
Right.
And seriously, I used to call CarMax home. Like I had such a fucking love for CarMax because I went to typical dealerships and I couldn't get nothing.
Man.
But because I made good money, I could show them this is the bank statements, and they were like, "Cool, all right, this guy can afford this car, and if not, we'll just take it from him." You know, so we'll give him a crazy fucking interest rate. And you know, he could probably buy an Escalade for the price that he's paying month.
Man, yep.
But like I got into my car by any means necessary.
So you, Donna, your CarMax car, fucking got the whole world ahead of us. What show we going to next? Whose couch are we on? 2018
Nissan Rogue Gang, baby.
So,
so like that car is always gonna have a special place in my heart because I was going through some real turmoil about, you know, not being able, you know, the story, the meaning you make up about not being able to buy a car because your credit's fucked. And how did I get here? How did I allow this? You know, so all that's gone on. Then we go to fucking California to buy the RV that we weren't meant to buy.
Okay.
So we go out there for the wrong RV. Now I'm panicking.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, I got 2 legs, so I don't even know what fucking turmoil is yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm panicking, fucking Craigslist heavy. But one thing I noticed, I'm the guy that fucking come knock me down.
Yeah.
Knock me down a bunch because that's what I need to fucking kill you. Like that's what I need to win.
Yeah.
So when I'm like the worst, when I'm like the most scared, that's usually when I turn it on the hardest.
Yeah, and rise up.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I was like, for some reason, I needed to leave California with a fucking RV. I drove all that way to buy an RV. Wasn't fucking leaving without the RV I needed that was reliable, that was in my budget, that I had a fucking tow dolly.
Yeah.
So then I found that one.
You did.
I told old dude, I'm like, all right, baby boy, I got 12 G's. I know you said 15, but I got 12 G's. That's where we're at.
Come on.
And he was like, all right, cool.
Bet.
Then I come to find out he's taking us on the test drive, telling us the reason why he's selling the RV is because his wife has dementia. And what that does with stairs is it makes their depth perception really off. She's terrified of stairs, so she won't use them. So now this man's telling me how he wishes he hadn't worked so much because this was supposed to be their retirement plan for fun. And I get to breathe a new life into this RV for him. And like, now I'm crying. I'm like, oh my God. So I named the RV Sammy because that was his name. And the Winnebago's name was Brave. So I got to look at the dashboard that said Brave all the time when I was scared.
Nice.
So I got to give this man's Winnebago new life. And it came with the tow dolly.
Come on. Okay.
Like everything I needed, man. And it was like short-term manifestation. I was like, fuck, I need this to happen.
When we met, did you drive that to Hell City?
Yes.
Okay, because that was the same year.
So So now for perfect time reference, this was 7 days before Hell City.
So then they drive to Hell City. We were there. We were there. And that's when I met him in the spirit. And we were in the flesh, but we didn't exchange words or a handshake. But, you know, we were busy running shit in our own booths here and there, killing it, working on fucking tattoo of the day, whatever the case may be. And I took the videographer around the show because I always like to make a video and acknowledge Derb. And so we made a little Hell City. We're here. And he was in the main ballroom on the upper level, which is where we'll be this year, by the way. But
I love that spot. That
dude,
such a fun
spot. And I remember walking by him and I'm like talking on camera and shit. And right when we got done, I walked by him and he was tattooing and laughing, cutting it up. And he turned and looked at me and I turned and looked at him. We made eye contact and kind of like when I met you, it was planted in my spirit. Matt, you're meant to work with that brother someday, but not today. And I saw him and he saw me. We saw each other in the spirit realm. I was like, man, there's something bad. I see you.
You want to know what's funny?
What?
I don't remember that day, but when I fucking started seeing you on social media, I felt like I knew you.
Yeah.
And I didn't know why.
Yeah.
And now it makes sense.
Yeah, dude.
That was that moment.
Yes, brother.
Because I was like, I know this dude, just like you told me on the way from the car. Like, man, I feel like I've known you forever. Like, I seen the dude and I was like,
So it's crazy because when I saw him, I knew in my spirit that there's plans for us in the future, but it's not now. Kind of like when you and I met, it was almost as if God's like, I got plans for you guys to build something special in the future, but not now. Cause you guys still got things I need to bring
this
you
fool
through.
Got to break his leg off and come up with some new shit.
Fucking to prepare you, right? He needed to be prepared in his own way.
As did you.
As did I.
Yeah.
And as did you.
Yeah.
We weren't ready yet. Not knowing what those plans for preparation looked like, not knowing that just 7 days later from that moment, what was being prepared for him was completely life changing, right?
Only one that was prepared is fucking Josh.
Yeah, he's always been waiting. He's always been waiting for us to get on his level. Man, everything looks so different from up there.
Where you guys at?
That's right. That's right.
We here now, baby. We here now. Better late than never. I like a fashionably late entrance or whatnot.
Man.
So I bought that RV and we trucked it from California to Ohio.
Columbus.
Yeah, to Ohio, Columbus. And so I got there. Corey brings me the dude from the shirt place. He brings me my shirts.
Yep.
So I got Rad Movement shirts, first Rad Movement shirts I ever bought. It took me so much strength and inner strength to just do that because I felt stupid. I was like, nobody's going to want these stupid fucking shirts from the stupid motivational bullshit that I do. I'm a loser, blah, blah, blah. You know, all the fucking meanings that I've given, all the things and all the stories I've told myself that aren't true. So I get these shirts and then I get the opportunity to go and do an Ink Mag video. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I get to wear my Rad Movement shirt in front of millions of viewers with an Ink Mag video. Fuck yeah. So like everything had fallen together really nicely. And then 2 weeks later, we're in Kansas City. And so I remember we parked the RV in a lot that somebody told us we were okay to, but we weren't supposed to. And, you know, it was 2 weeks after we bought the RV. We didn't know what the fuck's going on. So like, I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to leave it here. So I wake up that morning in my RV, you know, my new rolling home on my new super nomadic lifestyle. Yeah. You know, I had this whole plan. I was going to follow the convention circuit around. And while I did that, I was going to do 50 free love tattoos in every state.
Nice.
And every person that got that tattoo, they weren't going to be charged. They were going to be charged with paying it forward. So I was going to charge 2,500 people in this world in 1 year with paying it forward in these tattoos.
Love it.
So that was part of the RV, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, like I am making my vision happen, dude. You know, like wearing my Rad Movement shirt on my Ink Mag video. So now I'm like coming out with the Rad Movement as a thing publicly on a t-shirt because, you know, that makes it more real.
Yeah.
You know, something tangible people can buy.
Yep.
People have been asking me, can I support Rad Movement? I didn't know how. Right. And I didn't realize buying a t-shirt support, right? So I got these t-shirts. I do this Ink Mag video. Things are great. 2 weeks later, we go to Kansas City, and this is where it starts to get weird. So I wake up, I go to the convention, which was sweet dick, right? I wake up in my RV, I fucking pop in my fucking car, drive over right quick, boom, bip, hallelujah, holler back. Now, you know, like everything's cool. I got my bathroom in my RV. I got my shit ready, you know, like, so I got to the convention, did the video, everything was cool. Oh, I mean, so now we're in Kansas City. So I get there and my lack shows up. My lack showed up hard.
Damn it.
Like real hard. Cause I was living in lack a lot back then.
Right.
You know, like part of that 12 grand was some money. I got into a hailstorm.
Yeah.
And the insurance company gave me money to fix the hail damage. And I used that check partially. Yeah. So like I used basically all my money to buy this RV.
And we already know when we're slammed in lack operating from that place, we now are not even our own damn team. And most times, whatever decisions we're making out of lack isn't serving us. Like when we allow ourselves, we already know this. When we allow ourselves to fall in lack, now whatever we do from here isn't really the best plan. Right.
No, yeah,
we've all learned that.
We're running on empty at that point.
Yeah. And even our decisions aren't the right ones. Usually they're from a lie.
Yeah.
The lie of lack. But go ahead. I'm just reiterating that since you're saying.
I'm glad you brought it up because it shows. So, you know, I get to this convention, nothing's going on. You know, I'm bummed out. I want to make money. I'm supposed to suspend that night. And so that was a thing I did regularly when I did, you know, the Villain Arts shows. I looked forward to it a lot. And so did the suspension crew a lot of the time because my suspensions were wild. You know, like I'm a big dude and I do some wild shit up there. So, you know, and it's me expelling my demons, and you know how powerful that is. You know, and I would do a motivational speech beforehand. So like there was a lot of power in these presentations. You know, that I didn't realize. Because I was living in lack. So my buddy Steve is running around, Robbie, come to the ball game, come to the ball game, come to the ball game. This fool must ask me at least 50 times that day. And I am not exaggerating. No one has ever been this insistent to go to a fucking sporting event with them. Ever. And I refused to go.
Why?
I was there to make money.
Okay.
Can't dick around. Go to the sporting event.
You're already in lack. So it's like, I'm already lacking money, so I need to fucking figure.
I need this,
right?
You know, if I go to the ball game, I'm probably gonna fucking have drinks and have fun and not care about shit. And I can't do that. I got to make money. I just spent all my money on that RV.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
We can all relate to that. So then what?
So then, you know, Steve finally breaks me. I'm like, all right, I'll go to the fucking ball game.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I'm like, let me go find other Steve because he's about to put me up tonight.
Okay.
And I can't back out of his show without telling it.
Yeah.
So I go to tell other Steve. So now I run into Jeremy, who is now one of my apprentices, oddly enough. But he's been a good friend the whole time.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, man, what's up? I'm like, oh, I'm about to tell Steve I'm out of here. I'm going to go to this ball game with other Steve. You know, and he's like, yeah, but why don't you tattoo me? I'm like, nah, dude, I'm gonna go to the ball game, man. He's like, I got money. We didn't agree on how much money he had.
I'll see it.
He said, I got money.
That's all you need to know in lack.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I needed to know in lack.
No matter what you call me, just call me something.
That's it. And he was my homie. So I knew I didn't care about the money with him.
You just needed some of it.
Yeah. And I didn't even necessarily want his money.
Yeah.
But I needed some because I was so fucking desperate.
Right.
So we go and we tattoo. And I'm not mad at the dude for what he paid me at all.
Right.
Because we didn't agree on anything.
That's right. Right. And you didn't know TBM then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't know. That's how it is.
Dude, that's how, I was just like, oh man, you take what you can get right now, Playboy.
Right. That's it.
If you ain't got it lined up because you're a loser because people didn't want to book with you beforehand, then you're a fucking loser. So get your fucking pussy loser ass out there and make that $200, you fucking bum.
That's right. And that's the way we talk to ourselves, isn't it?
Right.
Yes.
That's the way we can start talking to ourselves. That's the way.
That was heavy.
Yeah.
That was heavy.
Yeah.
So, and remember, I got this rolling house that I don't realize is saving me so much money because I don't have really bills anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, gas. Yeah. Gas is expensive, so I'm stressed about gas.
Right.
So I found something to lack.
Sure.
Always found something to lack.
Sure.
So, I go do this tattoo. He throws me $200. So now let me fast forward shortly because this is one of my favorite and least favorite statements. I fucking lost my leg for $200.
Wow.
I gave away my power that hard. That it wasn't because I stayed behind to tattoo the homie, which would have fucking should have been.
Yeah. Come on.
I stayed behind because the homie said, I got money.
Yeah.
And he wasn't trying to manipulate me. He wasn't trying to be dirty. He wasn't trying to underpay me.
Right. Yeah, because he's going to be listening to this.
Right. And we joke about this, but this is the real about it. I gave away my leg for $200. I was living in so much fucking lack that $200 was worth fucking losing my body part.
And for those who are listening who can't make the connection, what do you mean you lost your leg?
So that was the other Steve I was going to meet up and tell him I'm not going to do your performance tonight.
Yeah.
So I do human body suspension. I get hooks put through my body and it picks me up off the ground. I'm really good at it because what I do, you see how easy I get vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
So I go up there and I bare my fucking soul. And it comes out in this beautiful, aggressive, scary way that you want to be next to, but you're afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my power. That was my power up there.
Mm.
So I found suspension way earlier in life, but I really developed this thing. So then I would go and I would do these motivational speeches, sometimes with the hooks already in my back. One time I actually got to have them throw hooks while I was speaking in the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool as fuck.
Man.
So I would do my motivational speech. I would strip down to my underwear and I would run into my suspension and I would come off the ground and I would go fucking nuts. And the feeling I would get was the feeling you get when you win a fight. And you knew that guy was had stole that girl's purse, or you were a vigilante for justice. There was no wrong in the fight you just won. You might be a little sore afterwards, but God, you won that fight and you avenged that person and all these things. And you feel this catharsis, and every suspension for me was a hugely cathartic experience. So that's what I got to share with the world. And I got to show them my medicine when I was doing this. So I also am egoic and I love a good performance. So when they told me that I performed well up there, I started doing the things that would make them go ooh and ah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'd pull my ass out.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I would grab the fucking rig and climb up it and drop down.
Damn.
Sometimes I'd get to the top of the rig, do a fucking pull up and then drop down.
Mm.
And now the little bit behind that, I couldn't do pull-ups at all in my life until I found fitness.
Mm.
So to do that pull-up was a huge hey, I'm proud of myself for doing this. So I would find ways to really accelerate my goodness and worth of self in these performances.
Okay.
So one of the things was to shock load, which is grab onto something, take the tension off, and drop. And so I run into these suspensions. I see you giggling because it's fun, dude. And people are like, ah! They lose their shit because they think you're gonna fall. And it's the coolest trick ever. I'm fucking, 250 on a light day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So 280, 300 sometimes or more. Yeah. So I would do these tricks and these people were fucking losing it. So I I run into the suspensions because for effect, and I just love it. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
It's like a toy you get to
Totally.
play with, So I run into it and I swing back, and I'm really close to one of the 4 posts. So I grab the post and I start to climb up it, and I'm like, man, that's a long climb. Let me drop down right quick. I'll come back to it. I'll do another shock load later, but like, I'm gonna just drop down. So I let go, and I was up here, and like my feet was maybe 6-8 feet off the ground. It wasn't super high. And I let go, and boom. And while I'm in the air, I hear my legs snap. And I remember thinking, oh, this is what Big Jimmy must have felt, who's a buddy of mine, who was doing like a super crazy experimental suspension from a crane. And like, he's 10,000 times crazier than I am. So I would think I would never fall because I'm not doing experimental stuff. I'm doing stuff I've already done.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, that's what he must have felt in those that split second.
Yeah.
But like I remember having the thought, oh, that's what Big Jimmy must have felt after I fell.
Man.
Because like it was so fast.
Yeah, right.
And you're sitting there and you're like, how the fuck what am I doing here?
Yeah.
And then I start to cry.
Yeah.
Because you like keep in mind, my leg had broken the fuck off. Like
you can see video.
Sorry, there's
like video of this on YouTube.
There is a video.
Right?
It's on my Rad Movement video YouTube channel. So if you go to the Rad Movement on YouTube, it's
not
one of the
not
first
for the
videos.
Faint of heart, for sure.
Not for the faint of heart. Yeah.
No.
Ink Mag also did a video on like the progression of my story as well. That one's just more about if you want to have a good cry, watch that one.
So you didn't just break your leg.
I broke my leg off.
Yeah.
Like the only thing keeping it on was the skin. And so I remember laying there and crying, saying, how am I going to afford this? I love all my Canadians. I love all my folks from places with good health care because they're like, why do they have to deal with this in America? So, woot woot, y'all give me love. I appreciate that. So yeah, like I was laying there. I'm like, how can I afford this? I'm living in fucking lack, man. How can I afford this?
No shit.
It's so interesting to me that's your first thought is, how can I afford this?
How am I? Yeah.
That speaks volumes,
Yeah. And so that's how lackey I was. That's how much I was living in lack. So how can I afford this? And that's why I say I lost my leg for $200.
Yeah.
Because I was so ingrained in the I can't make money that I didn't even realize I was already at the upper echelon of pay in my tattoo scale. Mm-hmm. Like I was already like learning how to grow my business and I was already doing a great job, but I judged a convention by a Friday, which is something you never do. Yeah. And I thought I was going to not make enough money and I just had to grab onto something instead of going having fun with my homie and my chick. So I convinced Donna to go to the ball game. So Donna's not even there. So
she has no idea that this is happening. Okay.
Dude, Donna's drunk at a fucking ball game having fun. And so they get there, the ambulance gets there. I'm like trying to find the good in it. So I'm like, oh, you look like my son. And he really did. So, they're like, how on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your pain like? And I'm like, 4.
Wow. Bone sticking out of my leg bad. How does that sound?
It was weird. There was less pain and there was literally close to no blood. The only thing I wanted was to be able to put my right heel on the ground. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to feel the ground. I guess it could, if you want to speak energetically, I was probably dying to be more grounded at that point, but I really wanted to feel that ankle against the ground, which I can now feel, or the heel. I'm literally, as we speak, that heel is like radiating because it knows I'm talking about it.
Come on.
And it's like, hey buddy, I'm here. You can feel me. And it's weird shit like that'll set me off.
Yeah.
Like, why am I crying about feeling my heel on the ground?
Yeah, right.
Because it's not there. Yeah. And I can feel it. And it like there's something so beautiful and like just having that sensation when all I wanted in that moment was just to feel my heel on the ground.
Yeah. Wow.
So they bring me to the hospital. And it was cool. I left the convention. Everybody stops tattooing. It's like a fucking movie. like the slow clap happens. Everybody's fucking cheering. I'm on a fucking gurney and I'm like, yay! And I got tears in my eyes and throwing my hands in the air, and Al Fliction's outside and he's doing a live and I'm sexually harassing him, grabbing his dick, fucking. And then they put me in the fucking ambulance, and the whole experience of all this is like, I've never been here before. I've hurt myself, but I've never been here before. So this is weird. Yeah. And it's weird that being here before, even though I've never been here before, it feels like it's nothing different. Sitting in an ambulance or sitting in a hospital bed for 40 days straight is nothing different than the pain of fucking having so much lack that you're willing to give your leg away for $200. You're not even willing to fucking make an agreement. You're just allowing whatever to happen because you just don't even know that there's so much more for you out there.
My God.
So, we get to the hospital. They got to like fucking reattach my foot because the blood isn't pumping there and this and that. And that's when the pain happened. So then this is the first time I've experienced excruciating pain that I had to go inside to deal with. So he just kept wrenching my shit around until it fucking connected up again. And I'm screaming and I'm screaming. And I remember screaming so much and like saying, "Doc, please stop, help, please, God," and screaming so hard. And then I realized, bro, ain't nobody coming for you. Just shut up. And so I was just trying to break this nurse's hand, literally. She told me I could. She gave me her hand. I'm like, "Baby, I might hurt you." She's like, "That's cool, do it." I says, "I might even break this motherfucker." She said, "That's fine." So like they all knew what I was about to go to. I had no idea. So that happens. I look up at the doctor. I'm like, "Congrats, doc. That's the first person to hurt me today." And I think it's a joke, right? Because I'm in this dark place. And he's just like,
yeah.
I'm like, "No, I didn't want to break your heart. It was a joke." So, then he became part of my team and I loved that team. And I was having a bad day. So fast forward now, 40 days in the hospital, right? And so Troy, the guy that throws the Villain Arts shows, calls me the next day and says, "You have to sue me." So now I'm crying. So the money problem, how am I going to afford this? Well, there's going to be a lawsuit.
And Troy's your homeboy.
He's my homeboy.
He's the promoter of the event. And he calls him, is like, "Yo, I want you to sue me."
And he brings up a wad of cash.
And you're like, yeah, and he brings up a wad of cash.
Yeah, he brings up a wad of cash.
And you're like, "Dude, you're my homie. I don't want to sue you."
And I'm like, "I don't want to take your money, but like I kind of am stuck."
Yeah, he said, "You're gonna need it."
And
right.
Yeah.
And he say like, that's what insurance is for.
Exactly.
Robbie, come on with it. We'll be fine.
You're not suing me. You're
it.
Suing insurance.
That's it. What a brother, though,
dude.
Yeah.
We ended up sipping wine at his house in Florida a couple times and his house in Puerto Rico after the fact.
Okay.
And I asked him like, "How, man?" And he's like, "Bro, you need it. I seen a dude with no insurance. You needed some help."
Yeah.
And I knew you weren't trying to scam nobody.
That's it. Yeah.
I was like, dude, I
already respected Troy, but when you told me that, my respect level.
Huge.
Absolutely.
Huge. Yeah. So, I'm 40. What's up?
I'm sorry. Did the hooks rip from your flesh or did the rig?
The rope broke.
The rope broke. Okay.
The rope broke. Yeah. I've gone up from that rigging before. I wish there would have been more safety precautions taken.
Sure.
But I mean, I have gone up from that rigging before and done that type of stuff. So, I hope no one else gets in that same predicament where, it's safe enough.
No, but I've never suspended. Hip and Matt, has this something that you guys have done?
I haven't. I don't know if Matt has.
I have been battling passing out this whole episode.
I can see it.
I'm trying.
I can see it. Yeah.
You got white there for a minute.
I did. Yeah. For a minute, I was already thinking if I was just gonna have to go lay down and you would know what was happening. You know what I'm saying? But I pulled myself together because this is our brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm sorry for
dude.
The heaviness.
We keep shit real here on the podcast.
Yeah, we damn sure do.
Literally, see that trash can. I was thinking I might throw up. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
I think the grimy shit's over at this point.
Oh man, dude.
So yeah, I mean, I ended up spending 40 days in the hospital. The first round, I had 9 surgeries total. 7 surgeries were meant to fix my leg.
Jesus.
But like the sick part was, I think it was surgery 6. I was in surgery at like 8 a.m, out of fucking the hospital by 5 p.m. on crutches, like it weren't no thing. So they got me good at dealing with surgery to a degree. But granted, the longer the surgery, the harder it is to come out of your anesthesia. So it was a short surgery. But yeah, so I spent 40 days in the hospital in Kansas City, and I was having a bad day. And I was telling them, Doc, I'm having, like, because I would speak to the whole crew, and I'd be like, Doc, I'm having a bad day. And one of them was like, hey, I checked out your rad movement stuff. So now I have this weird thing in my brain where I hold doctors in this super high regard because I know how much it takes to get there, you know, and how much schooling and discipline and what's on the line. If you fuck up, somebody could die, right? So like, that's harder to deal with than knowing you could die because you're stuck with living with that, you know? So if you die, then you're gone. But if you have other people's shit in your hands. So she was like, hey, I've watched your rad movement stuff. Why don't you be your own guru? Pow, my medicine. But I didn't call it my medicine yet because I was living in lack.
Right. You hadn't gotten your own medicine yet.
But I was already running the rad movement.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I've been running the rad movement for years. She told me that I had my own medicine because she watched the rad movement.
Right. Yeah.
So that was wild. So, you know, I end up leaving the hospital after those 40 days, staying with a friend that I made, who I made that friend at that performance. The husband comes into the hospital and tells me, hey, you know, you really changed my wife's life. She's been battling serious depression for a while, and she's had this surgery where they rewired her brain, but like, or she's going to have this surgery, but like what you said to her fucking hit her in such a different way. She's so ready to change. And then I stayed with them for a while. And then we went to my son's graduation in Indiana, his graduation from high school. And we were in the hospital or the hotel. Always confuse those two now. Spent so much time in a hospital, I call it a hotel. Yeah. And vice versa. It's weird. Jeez. So we were watching TV one night, a TV show about it was a tattoo TV show, and the guy was tattooing a cop who lost his leg and was back to work 8 months later. So they gave me the story of how easy it was to get back to work and get back to life as an amputee. Boom, lock that away. Then I watched Iron Man. Didn't realize that fucking Iron Man zooms in on a little girl's amputated leg at one point. I never saw that before. Then we go into the next commercial is somebody running on a running blade. So at that point, I was ready to lose my leg. I was like, I don't know what's going on or who's out where. Yeah. I'm losing my leg. All right, guys, I'm ready. So it took way more surgeries after that, way more time. Yeah. Got this infection then. Then we sped home after the graduate. We sped back to Kansas City after the graduation. You know, more surgeries. Then we're on the road in Philly, more surgeries. Then this dude's like, look, man, you got to stay put. And we're like, look, we're going to end up in Florida. He says, well, go to Florida, stay there. Stop fucking traveling. So we go to Florida. He lines me up with the surgeon. Surgeon goes, slap a Band-Aid on him and send him down. I'm like, this dude's already my type of people. Come on. You know? So we go down. I meet this guy. I meet him after surgery, I think. I don't know if I even met him before surgery. So he's like, you got to give me 6 months to a year with me. 6 months to a year and a half, and we'll figure you out. So I'm like, okay, cool. So in the meantime, I've been traveling, doing conventions still, doing that nomadic shit still. Now I'm living on my now business partner's I was living in his son's bedroom because we couldn't find a place to park the RV. So we just kind of stored it and then stayed at my homie's son's bedroom.
So throughout all this, the RV's still all right.
The RV's still all right. Okay, cool. And we're living in the RV at times. Yeah, the RV's safe. We're still living in the RV at times and stuff. Yeah. So, you know, but we decide we got to get down there. Yeah. So we get down to Florida. I'm living at my business partner's house. Didn't know he was going to be my business partner at this point. And some point in time, he goes, hey, you want to open a shop? We're doing bong rips. And he's like, hey, you want to open a shop? I'm like, yeah. A couple days earlier, I said, Donna, you want to open a shop? She's like, nah. But it took that extra bit for her to say yes. So in this, I find out I'm opening a shop. Sweet dick. Then somewhere along the way, it's December 15th. I'm going in for a checkup and a regular routine checkup. All of a sudden.
This is during COVID.
Yes.
Okay.
I find out, no, this is before COVID.
Okay.
Directly before COVID, weeks before COVID. So we go in, he's like, yeah, you know, that what you think is happening is probably happening. It's probably infection coming back. We've been battling infection. So, okay, what do I do? Well, we could, you know, we could see how it goes and keep trying. I'm like, am I going to be able to walk better than this? He goes, no, probably worse. I says, okay. What do we do then? He goes, you're a perfect candidate for amputation. So I ball my face off. I deal with that, even though I wanted this.
Sure. No, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You could want a divorce, but it's still going to hurt. You know, you could need a divorce, but it's still going to hurt.
That's right.
I knew I needed this leg gone.
Yeah.
So I was scared.
Yeah.
So, you know, and you break bone, I fix. You know, he's just a big, you know, brutish man. So, you know, like, he's sitting there kind of uncomfortable. I'm vulnerable as fuck, bawling my face off.
Yeah.
I cried on international TV.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I can cry in front of you, doc.
Right.
You know, like,
yeah, right.
So I'm crying my dick off. He's a little fucking uncomfortable. And then we start talking about logistics. All right, we going to be on the road. Well, what's going to go down? You know, well, you could wait, but, you know, infection. Okay, what about the infection? Well, if you wait, then the infection could get worse and you might lose good tissue. So we might not be able to keep you a below knee amputee. You might have to go above knee. Okay. Well, what's the story? What else can we do? We can amputate Friday.
Let me check my schedule.
Yeah. So we left it at, and my business partner, he regurgitated this story to me recently because he took me to the fucking beach because I needed to spend one last time with my foot on the beach.
Yeah.
And like, he told me that story again. And I was like, holy shit, man. Like, I didn't even remember that, you know? So, the story was we scheduled it and they told me at any point in time you can back out. So now I had to like plan the funeral for my foot and shit, you know? And Donna hooked me up with Donovan White. Shout out to that man. He's a tattooer and he's an amputee. He had no idea who I was. And Donna reached out to him. He gave me his phone number. And fucking when I woke up the next day, knowing I was going to be an amputee, I had no idea what the fuck I was going to do. And I called Donovan, fucking bawling. I'm like, what do I do, man? What the fuck do I do? Because what the fuck do you do, Josh? You know, what the fuck do you do, man?
Yeah.
You know, and your
shit's hard to describe.
Your shit's so much deeper because it's life-threatening. But I was just like, I was so self-absorbed. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And so, like, I called Donovan every time I got a chance. And he was fucking there for me for those slow-ass 5 days. They were the slowest 5 days of my whole entire life. And it was so painful to wake up and think of how I was going to make it. And so I did it. December 20th comes around. I wake up. You know, I fucking had a bath with it and I talked to it. And I loved it as much as I could before it was going to be gone. I took it to the beach. And we were in the hospital. Beforehand, and my son just happened to be in Florida with us at the time. So he didn't even know before he came down that I was having that happen. Like it hit him when he got there that daddy was losing his leg and he's a grown up, but still. So Donna's kissing my fucking leg and my foot like crazy, like a nutcase in the fucking hospital waiting room, bunch of people around. Jaden's embarrassed. And I'm just like, this is the sweetest thing I've ever fucking seen.
Everybody else like, man, she got a foot fetish for real.
Right. And I'm like, oh my God, I love you so much. Thank you. Because this is so weird.
Yeah.
Cause like I didn't know what it was gonna be like. I didn't know when I was gonna be able to walk again. I didn't know if I was gonna be a cripple forever. So we get it happens, and then one thing that not a lot of people know, there was an email that circulated about me while I was in surgery. It came from an email address saying, "Now you know the truth about him, 2019." And I was accused of being a bigot and an abusive man to my ex-wife, and an abusive bigot to people that have worked at my studio. And I was taking people's GoFundMe money and buying extravagant gifts for myself. I bought a fucking healing puppy, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't fucking let me spend $1,000 on a fucking healing puppy, I don't know what you want from me, man. Don't give to my GoFundMes that I didn't even create.
Right.
And another thing, there was over $40,000 raised in GoFundMes.
From the tattoo community?
From the tattoo community.
Yeah.
So, after living in lack, I still was rewarded and taken care of. So, that email that went around. So now I'm losing my leg and I got to deal with this, and Christmas is 5 days away. So that was a really cool Christmas. I was living in a dome home at the time, which was cool. And I had all my friends and family in Florida come over to my house, and Donna cooked up a crazy Christmas, and I sat on the couch screaming in pain from my phantom pains, and being on drugs the whole time and trying to just enjoy myself. And it was weird because like I had the worst phantom pains ever, and I didn't imagine I was going to make it 5 years if I couldn't get those under control, because every 10 to 30 minutes I'm screaming like somebody fucking turned on the electric chair in my leg that's no longer there.
Yeah.
So,
and didn't you tell me that the doctors told you that it just depends on the individual who gets phantom pains?
My surgeon apologized to me after the fact. He was like, I thought you'd be okay after you cut it off. I didn't realize these phantom pains were going to be such a thing. And so, yeah, it's totally different. Everybody's different. So I had a surgery called TMR. So if you're an amputee and you suffer from phantom pains, please look into TMR surgery. It was life-changing for me because it gave me hope again. It's not that I was suicidal, but I knew I was going to be at some point if I had to live in this much pain all the time. Like Donna said, I would wake up in the middle of the night screaming out of nowhere, and it would startle her, and I would just scream. And the only things that took away the pain were having sex and tattooing. I could fucking muscle through it.
Fuck yeah.
Because those, because you get so deep into your brain during those moments that you're not feeling the pain. So those are the only two things that really like freed me from that pain. Didn't take it away, but it made it more tolerable. So now we're on the road a month later, actually 2 weeks later. And we did the Pittsburgh convention. So it was right around this time of the year. We did the Pittsburgh convention. We did 2 other conventions. We're about to do our 3rd convention, or our 4th convention. And that's when COVID hit. And right before we left for that trip, we had gotten the keys for our tattoo studio. So we were going to go on the road, bank a ton of funds to put into the studio. So the last show that was going to have our most artists and, yield the highest profit ended up not happening. We lost money at that show because of deposits that couldn't get returned. Sure. We lost money on the hotels. And then we go home and start working on our tattoo studio during COVID.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to go to the prosthetic place, and it's COVID. So I'm not going to the prosthetic place. So I don't have a leg, and I'm fucking banging up tile. I'm rolling around in a rolly tattoo chair, banging up tile. I'm using a floor sander grinder while I'm sitting in the chair. I fell the day before my first prosthetic appointment. I fell on my nub. I was using a fucking angle grinder, and I don't know if you've ever used one, but they don't have a guard. Right. So you could chop your fucking fingers off at any moment. Man. So my dumb one-legged ass is using an angle grinder. So scared about my fingers that I didn't even realize I was going to fall. I fall, and I do this with my nub a bunch of times, trying to step on my foot to save myself.
Yeah.
So now I'm in the fucking middle of my bathroom that's piled this tall and fucking tile off the walls, and I'm sitting on the floor crying like a child.
Yeah.
And I'm screaming and crying, and the dudes come in and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Hey, fella." Like, dude, I spray painted the shop logo on the floor, like across a room as long as this basement. Like hopping over that bitch.
Yeah.
Like my ass was so sore for like 2 weeks after that because I used muscles I hadn't been using, so much squatting with one leg. You know, like I put so much energy into this shop. And I remember the day before we opened, I was finishing touches, putting paint on my door for my room, crying my face off. Like, oh, it's not going to work. And it worked.
Of course.
It worked.
So here we are today. This man owns and operates his own studio called Rad Inc. in Florida, has the Rad movement. Since his joined Tattoo Business Mastery, is now alumni. He's about to enter into the next level. Is built the relationship with us, flew here to fellowship with us.
Yeah.
God source the universe had secrets planned for us, a trip within a trip within a trip.
About my story.
Come on. And so it's just so fucking awesome when we get back up no matter what and have the courage to open up to what else could be possible. My God, every time your life will change no matter what in the midst of it. And thank God, you know, my favorite people in the world are people who've been through so much. They have every right to be a victim because they are. This man's a victim from that deal, but choose not to remain a victim, but rather a creative overcomer, you know.
So now I went in the heavy ego department for a little bit in the gym. Yeah. I had this goal of 1,000 pounds leg press. Well, bang, killed that like fucking almost a full year ago now. Man. You know what I'm saying?
Minus a leg.
Minus the leg.
Right.
I stopped leg pressing that heavy because I was afraid my prosthetic was going to break and it was going to break my other leg.
Jesus.
Right.
Like that was why I stopped lifting so heavy.
I'm that too visual.
Yeah. It just snaps off. Yeah.
Dude, like that coupled with watching Ronnie Coleman on Netflix. The guy's a beast and he can't walk because of it.
Right. You talking about the dude they were saying like outlift Schwarzenegger.
Right, dude. And he still trains heavy. And I love him because I'm proud of him because he can still train through all that joint damage and stuff, but he still is on these crutches.
Yep.
And he can barely use his legs. Like, you know, so I realized I needed to get smart. You know, so okay, 1,000 pounds. Fuck yes, I did it. Holy shit, how strong am I? Like even sitting here saying it, I'm like, it sinks in a little more. I can't believe how strong I was able to be.
Yes.
You know,
well, that's just a physical manifestation of your inner strength.
Right.
You know,
and all these physical manifestations that I'm forcing myself into make me realize the inner strength.
Man.
Like I still wakeboard. I've been wakeboarding since I'm like 13, 14.
Yeah.
And now I wakeboard better than I did with 2 legs. Yeah. Like I took a videographer out there. And instead of like shitting the bed real bad, I murdered it. And I was actually able to fucking land a 6 foot tall fucking kicker ramp. Like, so this ramp is 6 foot tall. So it put me like almost 10 feet in the motherfucking air. And we stopped recording because I kept falling. I was like, fuck a video. I don't even care if you get this. I need this for me. And I landed it and he got some pictures. A bunch of stills of the progress. So like it's just crazy of like the things that I can achieve. I'm gonna do a fucking savage race or a Spartan race or one of those things at some point in time. I'm getting really serious about my health goals because now that Donna's pregnant, you know, I'm 41. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
You know, but I know for a fact I am going to fucking make it. And not only am I going to make it, but I'm going to fucking thrive.
Yes.
You know, like for all the haters out there that think I did this for a scam. Yes, I did get a fucking settlement from this leg falling off.
Yeah.
And you know how guilty I've felt for fucking having that settlement? But that is why I'm diversifying my income streams. Mm-hmm. So I'm learning how to take the blessing I've been given and fucking multiply that by many so I can bless that many more.
That's right. As you are growing and learning how to receive and your own worthiness.
I had to break my leg off to learn how to receive,
and felt guilty about it because of that lack being so strong.
Yes.
Who are you to deserve a settlement? Who are you to deserve, right? And so, but you do, right? And obviously God's source of the universe has provided that, even sent the brother to convince you, sue me, this is for you.
Yeah.
And you had to learn how to receive, but the process of learning how to receive and let go of our lack is a process. So just because the day the settlement came up didn't mean that you were fully ready to receive it and have had continue growing to receive and receive your own medicine. So now that you can actually be a true giver, because you learned how to receive self-love so that you actually can give love, and everyone else that struggles with receiving, you can speak to from a place of power, having gone through it and are growing through it yourself.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. And now, like, you know, Donna and I were talking one time and she was like, would you do this again? You know, if you had it all over to do again? Would.
You know, it's like, was this one of the worst things that ever happened to you or one of the best things that ever happened? Who fucking knows? Or what would you think?
Both, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, just yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, yes. You know, I was able to fucking, you know, have a very sustainable life because my bills, you know, are more minimal because, you know, I was able to buy my house outright and things like that. And I'm lucky to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also literally sit there at times wiggling my nub back and forth, looking at it like, what the fuck are you? You know, I love hallucinogens. I love it as a form of therapy. I love it just because they're fun. I can't take hallucinogens now without crying my fucking face off because there's such a deep sadness inside of me that I have to learn how to work through. You know, like, so yeah, cool. I got a sum of money that made my life a little easier. And I got a situation that made my life real fucking weird. Look at when I checked into that hotel.
Yeah.
What kind of bathroom can I get?
Yeah.
Do you have bars for handicapped in the bathroom?
Yeah.
What's the tub like? How am I going to have to get into it?
That's right. Yeah.
I know people who have died because they were an amputee and they fell in the tub.
Wow. Yeah.
So like, I'm now faced with that.
Yeah. Right.
But because I have that, now I get to be more fucking hyper aware. Look at what happened with the drum kit. I was able to come into my body and pay attention to where I was because I had to make an adjustment on the fly.
Yeah. So the event I took him to, we were in Nashville and we were surrounded by musical instruments. There's drums, guitar, everything. And this was an inner work event. But at one point, they asked him to express himself in a certain way. This was deep, vulnerable self-expression, but along with it, he had to choose an instrument. But everyone got to choose an instrument, but Robbie didn't because they chose it for you. And dude was like, Robbie, after we did some inner working and some sharing, now I want you to go release that.
And I wanted to do it the way that you did. I wanted to use my voice because that felt comfortable.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that the drum set was going to be this struggle.
So they told him to go play the drums.
And I don't have an ankle.
And he's like, I don't have a leg. And the dude was like, and go play the drums. And you can't do it wrong. Just you need to get on them drums. So it forced him out of his comfort zone to then even face the excuse of why I can't even do this. And they were like, okay, we hear you, but you now fucking do it anyways. Right.
Wow.
And he did, and something happened. And it didn't take long, and he figured out how to hit that kick drum with his amputee leg and kept that, and then just started shredding. I think he even broke the sticks, didn't you?
The stick was already broken, but I dropped that one on accident and just kept riding.
Started
using my hands and shit, you know, like.
And it was so fucking powerful for all of us.
That's amazing.
See him face that and let go.
And like for me, I was just in it, you know, I'm like, do I use my right foot? Like, but then I can't use the cymbals or the hi-hat, you know? So like I was trying to figure it all out, and I just ended up having to let it go.
That's it.
You know, and having to face that.
Man.
And so one of the things that the facilitator of the workshop said, he was like, you came into your body and you were forced to be present.
Yeah.
And you were forced to pay attention to what you had to do. And that's one of the things that my leg has given me. I wakeboard better now with one leg than I did with two natural legs because I'm so cognitively there. I'm focusing on doing a great job. I'm not allowing the lack to get in. I'm not allowing the disbelief to get in. Oh, you're going to fucking hit that slider. You're going to fucking do it because you're tired of falling.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to hit that ramp. You're going to do it because you like flying. You want to fly, you have to learn how to hit that ramp. And if you know anything, one of your favorite things to do is tell people about your friend who lost an arm and had to teach himself how to tattoo with his non-dominant arm. No excuses, pussy. Grow the fuck up. So it's taught me to like overcome, but now I'm learning how to like, instead of being so aggressive to myself, it's like, bro, you could do it. Dude, after the Tony Robbins event, I find myself, you know, like pulling some little Tony Robbins tricks when I'm wakeboarding, you know, like, you know, he's like, do your power move, say yes. And I'll sit there and I'll like I'll either physically beat my chest while I'm wakeboarding or imaginarily, but I'll like say, yes, you know, and then boom, all of a sudden, bang, I'm walking across hot coals again, no problem. Except those hot coals are that slider or that fucking ramp. You know? And like, so the ways that this has forced me into accepting how strong I am. 1,000-pound leg press isn't really that easy to do, but I got it with a fair amount of ease. You know, like going to the gym regularly is harder than getting to a weight goal like that to me.
Right.
You know, but because my leg was missing, I needed that to be a beast so bad. I kept saying, I need to be a one-legged monster. Well, now I know that I am a one-legged monster.
And always have been.
And always have been.
That's right. That's right.
I've always been a monster. I've always been a madman. The monster and the madman that I was afraid of was the good that he was able to do, not the damage that he was able to do.
That's right.
The amount of fucking constraint and restraint that I show on a regular basis, because if I had it my way, I would be a drunken fucking party mess all the time. I would have zero responsibility. I'd have some way of fucking just being the guy that gets paid to party and be drunk 24/7. That's so much fun to me. Except for, you know, how bad it hurts.
And it doesn't serve anybody.
Exactly. So, you know, like if I had, if a former me had it my way, that's the way it would be. And now I realize, man, doing it this way.
And it is your way, because this way you chose.
Well, and I think I had to choose, because I think I would have been a fucking party mess had I not been faced with something so heavy.
What'd you tell me in the car? Like, no one ever woke up from like a whole night of drinking and was like, I forget the way you put it.
Like nobody wakes up from a night of drinking and was like, fuck yes, that's fucking rad. The way that you do when you're done with the gym. You go into the gym, you're like, oh, I don't want to wake up. Oh, I don't want to be here. Oh, I don't want to do this. And somewhere along the way, you're like, ooh, it's way better after that first mile, baby. The first rep's always the hardest. The first million's always the hardest to make. You know, the first mile is always the hardest to run. But now when you're done with that, woo-wee, you never feel like that when you're done drinking. You know, you get to feel like that when you're false, when you're drunk as fuck, and you're like, I'm the king of the world.
And another thing you brought up,
and that's fake.
And of course, you just brought this up a minute ago, acceptance, right?
We talked a lot about that.
Acceptance versus anger.
You
know, that's the choice we're given. That's the choice you were given. It's the choice we're all given. It's what I was battling on a previous episode. I shared with everyone how I was disappointed in myself because instead of acceptance, I fell into anger and it manifested, right? We're not above it. The game is to notice and then pivot. We also talked about that. You know, he was sharing in our car ride, and we can all relate to this. He's like, man, there's people in my past that deserved better. There's people in my past that I didn't fucking treat as well as what they deserved. Who can relate to that? Right? We've got relationships in the past that now that we've grown and become more aware. I mean, the fact that you can even look in your past and be like, I should have been better to them is proof of your growth, that you're even aware to see the contrast in that, right? But like when we all make mistakes and regret things in our past, then he said, hey, I let so many people down in my past, and therefore today I am paying for it, like a form of penance, as if that's the only way to make it right, is that we must pay for our sins type deal, right? Who can relate to that?
Right.
But that is a trap that don't serve you either. And to accept it all and to let go, your penance is simply to pivot. Instead of paying all this penance, like it's going to take me months, years to make it all right. Growing in your awareness and you're having a heart change to shift and boom, make the pivot. That is the penance. And that's it.
It did take me years to make it right. You know why? Because I made that. I knew I had to give so many years of washing away my sins, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So what did the universe give me? Exactly what I fucking asked for.
That's right.
Years of fucking punishment.
Yep. Yeah, me too.
You know?
Yeah. Yes.
I still moved forward.
Yes, you did.
And did the things I knew I needed to do to grow.
Yeah.
As a man, as a business, as a husband,
mm-hmm.
as a leader,
mm-hmm.
and to myself.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, when you are faced with a victim-like situation, you have the choice. Are you going to become a victim, or are you going to become a victor? And I know that's cliche, but let's take that cliche and walk away to something different. Okay. You're given fucking opportunities.
Yeah.
You stupid fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Stop bitching and pay attention to the opportunities that have been opened up. I told you all in that fucking, in the workshop, that I feel guilty because I know having one leg is going to make me a motivational speaker that you want to listen to more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, instead of feeling guilty about that, I now know that I have a tool that will get people's attention.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, cool, great. I lost my leg and that sucks. And sometimes I cry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I get mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got a beautiful partner who laid on the floor in the hospital next to me the whole time, continues to lay next to me the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
All she asks for is love in return.
Mm-hmm.
I have that. Most amputees get left when they lose a fucking body part. It's a really weird statistic.
Yeah.
So like now my power is so strong that I attracted love and kept that love close to me during one of the hardest times of my life.
Well, getting her pregnant was a smart move, man.
Hey,
I'm just playing.
She's not supposed to get pregnant.
Yeah. Oh, for real.
She's not supposed to be able to.
Man, dude. Yeah, and that was a bad joke, but obviously the blessing showing
No, the
up.
joke is perfect because that's the funny part. She's not supposed to get pregnant, and because I put my mind to it and knew that, and I've been through so many things that I could get through. Mm-hmm. Cool, you've created an opportunity for me to shut you up about a complaint you keep having. And somewhere to grow. And somewhere inside of me, I did want another kid. I was just afraid to admit it. Yeah. Somewhere inside of me, I do want to be married again. I'm just afraid to admit it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, it's the weakness that I've been faced with that shows me the opportunity I've been given. You know, the opportunity that I have someone that loves me so much and shows me that much love that I realize there is enough love in me and in this world to create another life form. There is enough love to say yes to marriage and trust that someone can be loyal to you.
More than enough, ever abundant. You are stepping into your abundant life in every area.
And would I be stepping into that if I didn't lose my leg?
What a powerful story, man. It's amazing. Would you suspend again, or have you?
So I have suspended again in Troy's house.
Wow.
So that was cool.
Troy's like, sign this contract first, bitch.
And that's the thing, dude. Troy allowed that to happen in his house, knowing what happened last time, but also being intelligent enough to know that it wasn't going to be that.
Right.
And to provide the opportunity for you to go back to the very thing and face it again.
Yeah.
And end it on your terms.
And it was really cool because Troy's wife is a good friend of mine, and she's a person who has been a huge support for me through my suspension journey. And we've suspended together a number of times. Yeah. We had one of the most beautiful moments I've ever had with a human in the air, both being suspended. And she would send me one-legged wakeboarders in the hospital all the time.
Right.
Like these one-legged wakeboarding videos and shit.
Yeah.
And so when I was ready, she was there. So like I had this emotional support here. Sean, the guy that did my ropes the day I fell, he was there at Troy's house doing the ropes.
Yeah.
And then I was at Troy's house. So like it was very powerful, that trifecta of humans that helped me heal. And it was really cool because like I started listening to, I don't know if anybody's familiar with Blackmill, but they're a very like somber electronic music. And it's like something I listen to when I'm sad or contemplative. And I put that on because I was very sad and contemplative. And that was the music I chose to start with. Halfway through, I fucking came down, fucking walked over there, changed my phone to 2 Chainz radio, and started fucking wilding out and taking silly videos, rolling my sleeve on my leg down and like having them pick me up out of my leg. And my leg would fucking like, I'd come up and the leg toppled over. One point in time, the leg toppled over and a fucking joint roach popped out and landed on the floor. I was like, that's funny. But I got to reclaim it. Like I was looking for something. I had expectations of that day. And it's hit me now twice since I've been on this trip, how much work that time did.
Yeah.
I had to reclaim it.
Yes, brother.
And I did.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking about doing exhibition suspension again, which is something I said I'd never do again.
Which is the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I loved, like I said, I love being on stage.
Yeah,
that ego, that entertainer.
Yeah.
You know the performer and the entertainer inside of you.
Yeah.
It's dying to come out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like that's a way I get it to come out. And I'm afraid to do motivational speaking. So if I do motivational speaking in a situation where I'm kind of stuck, literally and figuratively, like I'm scared as fuck to go up on these hooks. So let me just say a couple words right quick.
So you're afraid to do the motivational speaking, yet you know you're called to it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Podcasting and interviewing, I'm not afraid of. I like them. They're easy for me.
Yeah.
But the motivational speaking and like putting out one-on-one videos, that stuff is not as easy for me.
It's vulnerable.
Very vulnerable.
Yeah.
But you know how many people you do, because I talked about it in the workshop, how many people's lives I've saved.
Yeah, about
and
that.
the only reason why I know that is because they tell me.
Yeah.
Not because I'm looking around asking people, did I save your life today?
Right.
The rad movement.
Yeah.
TM. You know, like, you know, like fucking the fact that I have so many people that have told me that. My favorite story was an IHOP waitress gave her a business card, hit me up a couple months later, told me she had her day picked out, she had her outfit picked out, she had her letter written, and she was going to kill herself after work on Friday. And because of a video I put out, she didn't.
Wow.
So just having that, I need to do the rad movement.
Yeah.
So it's worth the anxiety. It's worth the fear. And I didn't even realize how powerful that was until I said that. And I've told that story a million times.
Yeah.
But all these things I've done, like that suspension I did to reclaim parts of myself.
Yeah.
But the fact that I keep going, my father, and this is a true story, and my mom hates it that I tell it so true. My father, I don't remember him telling me that he was proud of me until he saw me on 2 legs again. Then he died a couple months later. So if I never lost my leg, would I ever have a memory of my father telling me that he was proud of me? Me and my brother went on TV fighting. So my parents didn't really appreciate us being on TV. They didn't really congratulate us about it, which I can understand as a parent. It wasn't a celebratory thing. It was dirty laundry of the family being aired. My mom's Italian from New York, so you don't want to tell your dirty secrets. You know what I'm saying? Even though the whole family got fuck ups. You know, every family got fuck ups. So like I finally got to hear my dad tell me he was proud of me. And if he had before, I didn't remember it. So this shit made me remember that. You know what I'm saying? So how many people am I going to touch? How many amputees have I already fucking changed their view? Me and a friend that's an amputee went to a fucking restaurant, saw a fellow amputee who wasn't able to walk yet, and we're able to fucking talk to him and counsel him through his last days of not walking. A couple days later, he texted me and sent me pictures of him walking and says, dude, I know you understand this, because our other friend was a lady. He goes, I know you're going to understand this. I was able to stand and take a pee. Not standing with one leg, holding up against the wall, hoping your hand doesn't fucking slip.
Mm-hmm.
2 fucking legs standing like a fucking man.
Mm-hmm.
These are the things I get to do at fucking Gators Dockside in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
I get to fucking help change the fucking trajectory of an amputee's life because I am also a fellow amputee.
Mm.
So when I sit back and I calculate all the things I've gotten from that accident, it's the same as Ink Master. It hurt so much in the front. I didn't realize everything I was going to get in the back. Now Ink Master changed my life. Now my fucking leg changed my life even more. And now I have the strength because of all the things I've been through to continue to tell my story and continue to help others grow and learn. And not because I'm perfect, but because I am so strong in my imperfections.
Come on.
And my work and my growth.
Yeah.
That I know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
And I've fallen down so many fucking times that I've had to tell myself who the fuck I am so many times that I can't fucking stop that. I can't stop knowing who the fuck I am. It's like how they said at the workshop, once you evolve into this larger person of yourself, the version of yourself, you can't walk back through that small door when you've grown.
Yeah.
You can't fit through it anymore.
Right.
So you got to keep moving forward.
That's it.
So this has helped me grow so much. I can't fit through the old doors of my former fucking mental pathways.
That's it. So good.
So yeah.
Dude. Thank you for
you.
coming on here and sharing you with us, man.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me hijack your situation. I know there was not much other than Robbie talking.
Man.
That's what we're here for.
An interview is.
That's right.
I actually am meant to tell people what's going on here. Because it's very similar here.
Well, you know, our goal has been to have people live the life that we talk about without experiencing the loss of the leg, without experiencing cancer, tragedy. We can live our life today, now.
Yeah.
It's not the diet starts tomorrow. Now.
Yeah. And one thing Matt said, you don't need to be on Ink Master. You don't need to have 300,000 followers. You don't need to be famous or have made it to really have made it.
Come on.
You can have a 6, 7, 8 figure income and nobody knows your motherfucking name.
That's it.
You could help millions of people.
Yeah.
And the only people that know your name are the people that you helped, or they might not even, because you could do that incognito.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because we all have misconceptions of what has to take place for you to step into the permission of receiving your own success. Misconception. I've got to be at Joshua Carlton's level before I can be fully successful.
And guess what? Joshua Carlton took the same TBM class I took.
Come on.
So it's
changed my life.
Yeah, and me too. And you know what? I've questioned TBM a lot of the times after the fact, even because it's hard to do the work.
Okay, you got to be willing to do the work for sure. I think some people think they're going to get handed the keys. You know?
No, you get handed the map.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you don't go find the keys, go through the fucking pitfalls, go through the jungle, dig the holes, cross the ditches, and find the keys, then you can unlock it.
Yeah. Right. And it's an ongoing. Like the other night, he was like, man, this TBM stuff is so rich. But man, this takes it. It's a journey to actually fully implement it all into your life, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, to be honest with you, like the real journey, I think we need 3 years.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. What's the next round? What
next level, which is
no, I'm saying the next round of TBM
here in a couple of weeks.
3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
Fourth.
Yeah. So I've worked with Matt before he even started this, been to all of the seminar or all of the TBMs, help coach it, and still am fucking learning shit.
Like this is where we need each other. We need reminded. That's why Tattoo Business Mastery is a 3-month program, but right after that is next level for the students who want to keep growing that last a year because we need it.
Which is why I have a business coach helping me with my life coaching program, which is why I came up here also to get one-on-one coaching from you as well as go to Cam's seminar and get that healing inner workshop stuff.
And guys, just to let you know, when he came here, he had no idea what he was
cool.
in for. He didn't know. I was taking him to Nashville for an event. I called my coaches and was like, I think this brother needs to come with me. Can we make an exception? They said, Matt, on you. Yeah, let's run it. He flies to Florida, hop from Florida to Ohio, only to hop in the car with me to go to an event in Nashville that he knows nothing about. He didn't even ask. He just trusted the man that he was with. And I wanted to not even show him the trailer to the film, but his willingness and openness is what led to greater transformation for both of us.
Well, remember in the class, I said, you're welcome to everybody because I manifested this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I totally did. Around the time I did the Tony Robbins seminar, I was like, I need more people in my life that light me on fire.
Yeah.
I need more people in my life that are where I want to be.
Yeah.
So I can help.
And check this, because we've talked on this before, and he was talking about the mentors in his life that he needed for growth, and they were all started out in digital form on his phone. He didn't know any of them fuckers, but he was still open to receiving. God, source of the universe, started sending him his mentors. When the student is ready, the teachers will appear, and they appeared as strangers in a digital format. But as you continue to grow, now it's in the flesh. You did manifest this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at, the cool thing is, look at what my manifestation brought, but also look at what the other members of this team's manifestation has brought. Everyone has manifested this moment to some degree.
I feel a listener right now listening to this saying, shit, I manifested this episode for me.
I manifested being here with y'all.
Yeah.
I think it was the first TBM class.
Yeah.
I was texting you in the middle of it. I'm like, bro, I need to be on the show.
I'm like, the audacity of this motherfucker. Just kidding.
You know what? You might have even felt that. But I was like, shit, I don't even care if he feels it. I know what's good.
Well, hey, what's the magic word? Help. Always help. To ask, right?
Squeaky wheel gets the grease, baby.
Man. And the mantra we had to take on, because and Carlton, I think, can relate to this too. We all can. So we can fall into such perfectionism. We're guys, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. If we're going to do it, we're going to go all the way out. We're going to show up at level 10. And until which point I can figure out to do it that right, I'm not going to do it. Right. The perfectionist in me would be like, I'm not doing it until it's going to be fucking bomb. Well, that caused me to do a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Because it was never perfect. So I had to take on the mantra, imperfect action. To do it anyways, ready or not, here we are, and we're doing it.
We are,
and it's been beautifully clumsy. We're growing in the midst of it and serving and touching lives. But what I've had to learn, Hip always says, put your best foot forward. The people want to, but what's going on with that other foot?
And
imperfect action.
Me that other foot.
I did a
lot.
Yeah,
and I appreciated that because it makes me feel comfortable in knowing that I don't have to be perfect.
Yeah,
to help people.
Right.
I don't have to be perfect to help people change their lives.
That's right.
And I may look up to you, but it's only because I put you on that pedestal because we're the same.
That's right.
That's that no big eyes, little U's.
That's right.
We're all on this. We're all in this together. We all the same.
That's right. And I'm flawed. So eventually I'll come off that pedestal, even if it's on accident, because you're going to be like, holy shit, he's just as flawed as the rest of them.
And that's one of my biggest fears is people finding out I'm flawed. But one of my biggest joys is finding out people's flaws so I can feel at home.
Yeah.
Shit. I forgot to take my shoes off. Oh, well. A lot of other people forget to take their shoes off when walking on that carpet. All right, cool.
That's
we got people to clean that carpet.
Man.
We got people to hold us accountable. We got people to remind us.
That's right.
We also got people to step on it with us and make us not feel stupid.
That's right.
I don't know. That was a weird analogy, but
Yep.
I liked it.
Now, not only are you here live in the flesh and we just recorded this beautiful episode, we're going to take a break for dinner and come back because tonight is TBM, right? And we got him here as alumni. He's a guest on TBN tonight to get to pour back into the existing class, right?
I love it, man. I'm so glad I get to share with them things that I came here to get answered.
Come on, brother.
I get to be like, oh, check us out. So in case y'all was wondering with TBM, this, and this, party time, kids.
Yep.
Because you know what? It's not a perfect journey.
No.
Because it's a fucking journey, dog.
That's it.
Clemmer never gets on and says, oh, this is a perfect formula. He says, this is a formula. You follow it, it's going to be right.
Yeah.
But now I'm here to tell you, it's going to go wrong while it's going right.
Yes.
And it's got to go wrong. And if you had sunny days all the time,
how
you
we
would
gonna
appreciate
learn?
sunny days.
You gonna win or you gonna learn?
And the learning shit
are valuable as fuck.
Dude, I wanted to book every single day out here because my ego needed me to be fully booked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what happened was I booked one tattooed Hip on the fly as a homie.
Yeah.
He blessed me with a fucking ridiculous tip.
Yeah.
That was a lesson I needed to learn in receiving.
Yeah, come on.
Got to do a great tattoo on a fucking amazing person yesterday.
Yeah.
Who works in your studio.
Alexis, yeah.
Taught me another lesson about people.
Yeah.
And growth. And I had one whole day sitting at your shop where I didn't have to tattoo. And I got to talk to you and other apprentices. I'm pointing to Mike, by the way, other apprentices throughout the shop, and I got to feed into them. And I got to talk to the other artists and got to hang out with Josh a lot. I had no idea where I was staying.
Right.
I got to stay with Josh.
Well, sitting here right now, we don't even know where you're staying tonight, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. And on top of that, so those are the things. And then I didn't book those other days because I was supposed to be in a car with you.
That's it.
I was supposed to be, at that workshop with Cam and Parker and Andres and Sophia and you.
Good.
And then meet Cam's wife and the baby later.
Yeah.
I got to meet everybody in that whole circle.
Yeah.
And then I got to learn and grow and heal there.
Yeah.
Then we got to drive home and then we got to talk to Donna on the phone. And Matt had a full on 5-hour long fucking business counseling session with me and Donna about
literally
how to run our business
for 5 hours.
For 5 hours, the whole ride. And it kept me awake. It kept him on fire.
Yeah.
And it included Donna and me not being here because she's struggling with that.
Brother. Yeah.
I got to learn that what I do need to do is give her more of my time.
Yeah.
Because that is the one thing she craves the most.
Yes, brother. And I love it. I love all this. And something Carlton.
All of it.
Come on.
and instead of just tattooing.
That's it. And then kind of what you just said, your heart is Carlton's heart. He always says this. He loves to turn around and teach and give the world what he too has just learned and is learning, right?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
that's what you're getting to do tonight.
Absolutely.
Whatever you came here to get, and the opportunity for you to turn around and give it right back is scheduled for tonight. And I just love Josh's heart because that's how he lives.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. So fucking powerful.
Yeah, I'm super pumped on this episode. Super pumped.
Too. Dude, I'm still in shock and awe that not only am I collaborating with you guys spiritually and business wise with all this stuff, that I was thinking about it today. Josh Carlton is the one that told y'all to have me on.
I know.
How crazy is that, dude? I've looked up to you for so long. I told the story about the machines.
Yeah.
And to have you as a friend and someone that cherishes me.
Yeah.
Man. And I've had trouble receiving all three of your friendship.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, oh man, they haven't texted back yet. Oh, I must suck. They must have changed their mind about what kind of friend I am. And then it's no. So you guys being there and being human around me helps me grow and helps me stand in my power.
Love it.
Awesome.
Love it.
Awesome.
My God.
So yeah, dude, I love you guys and thank you guys so much. Josh, I know you asked us to keep it short and I apologize for not being able to.
It's okay. We wanted to hear your story. I'm definitely going to go and manifest myself some food.
Yes.
But let me just say, again, thank you. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and bearing your story with us while I just kind of sat back and listened. I think this is another great episode. This is one of the ones that I'm actually the most proud of. And I didn't even do anything. So with that, thank you guys for listening. Yeah. This is Joshua Carlton for Matt Clemmer, Robbie Ripoll, and Hip saying, when life knocks you down, rise up, rise the fuck up. If you've got a fire inside of you, keep on listening.